Why does your silence feel less like peace and more like a loaded weapon? You sit in the back of the room. You listen more than you speak. You give more than you take. You are the one who stays late to clean the mess others left behind. You are the one who swallows the insult like a pill. You are the one who apologizes when someone else bumps into you. You have built an entire identity around being the good one, the quiet one, the humble one, the saint who walks among the sinners. And yet, inside your chest, there is a burning coil. There is a screaming voice that you have gagged and bound in the basement of your mind. You tell yourself you are peaceful, but you are not peaceful. You are harmless, and there is a terrible distinction, a distinction that defines the trajectory of your life. Why is it that the most humble people harbor the most violent resentment? Why do you feel a phantom weight on your shoulders, a tightness in the throat that never goes away? This is the biological cost of repressing a predator. Because make no mistake, you are a predator. You have just learned to hunt with pity instead of claws. You look at the loud people, the arrogant people, the ones who take up space and demand attention. You judge them. You despise them. But deep down in the terrifying dark of your subconscious, you envy them. You wonder why the world rewards their selfishness, while your sacrifice goes unnoticed. You tell yourself you are better than them because you are humble. But that thought itself is the seed of the most dangerous pride of all, the pride of the martyr, the arrogance of the saint. You believe you are superior because you suffer in silence. This is not virtue. This is a strategy, and it is a strategy that is killing you. Let us strip away the moral poetry and look at the hardware. You are a biological machine. You are driven by the same evolutionary imperatives as every other organism on this planet. Survival, reproduction, dominance, resource acquisition. These are not sins. These are the operating instructions of your DNA. But somewhere in your early development, your programming was hacked. You learned that you could not win through direct aggression. Perhaps you were smaller than your siblings. Perhaps your parents punished you for asserting yourself. Perhaps you were raised in a system that equated desire with sin. You learned that anger was dangerous. You learned that saying no resulted in abandonment. So your brain rewrote the code. It installed a subroutine called the Fawn Response. This is the fourth F. Fight, flee, freeze, fawn. If I cannot dominate them with strength, I will dominate them with goodness. I will make them dependent on me. I will make them owe me. This is not a spiritual decision. This is a survival algorithm. It is a function of the prefrontal cortex inhibiting the amygdala. When you want to scream, your prefrontal cortex slams the brakes. It burns glucose to suppress the impulse. This energy expenditure is massive. It leaves you exhausted. It creates a buildup of cortisol, the stress hormone. You are constantly flooding your system with the chemical signal of a threat. But you cannot fight, and you cannot flee. So you enter a state of functional freeze. You smile, you nod, you agree, but your body knows you are lying. Your anterior cingulate cortex, the part of the brain that registers conflict and pain, is lighting up. It registers your self-betrayal as physical damage. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you are inflicting a micro-injury on your own nervous system. This is why you are tired. This is why you have chronic inflammation. Your body is keeping the score of every lie you tell with your smile. But here is the twist. The brain needs a reward for this pain, so it creates a new chemical reward loop. Moral superiority. When you see someone acting arrogant, and you stay quiet, your brain gives you a hit of dopamine. It tells you, I am better than them. I am more controlled. I am more evolved. This is the trap. You are addicted to the feeling of being the better person. You are addicted to the high of the high ground. You are not humble. You are a drug addict. And your drug of choice is your own self-righteousness. You are a high-performance machine that has been programmed to run in reverse. You are a tank that is being used to deliver mail. You are suppressing your power to buy safety. But the cost of safety is your soul. Let us look at the enemy. The enemy is not the arrogant person across the room. The enemy is the shadow you cast. The psychologist Carl Jung spoke of the shadow. The shadow is everything you refuse to be. It is your aggression, your greed, your lust, your desire for power. The more you pretend to be humble, the darker and denser your shadow becomes. You cannot destroy these drives. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. When you repress your aggression, it does not disappear. It ferments. It turns into resentment. It turns into passive aggression. Friedrich Nietzsche called this Ressentiment. He described the tarantulas of the spirit, the people who preach equality and humility, but who secretly want to tear down the strong. He said that which is silent is poisonous. You are poisoning yourself. You have created a covert contract with the world. This is the mechanic of your misery. A covert contract is an agreement that only one person knows about. Your contract says, if I am nice to you, then you must love me. You must respect me. You must take care of me. But you never signed this contract with them. They do not know it exists. So when they do not pay you back, you feel betrayed. You feel robbed. But they did not rob you. You gave away your resources for free, and then you got angry that they accepted them. This is the behavior of a manipulator. You are using your kindness as a currency to buy control. You want to control how they see you. You are using the back door. You use guilt. You use silence. You use the heavy sigh. This is not humility. This is emotional warfare waged from a bunker. You are hiding behind a wall of virtue. But behind that wall, you are keeping a ledger, a black book where you record every nice thing you have ever done. You are drowning in debt that no one knows they owe you. This is why you are rotting from the inside out. You look at the mirror and see a victim. I see a tyrant who has lost his throne and is trying to rule from the shadows. We must pivot. We must shatter the glass. You must accept a brutal truth. Your humility is a lie. It is a mask for your fear. You are afraid of conflict. You are afraid that if you show the world your teeth, they will leave you. So you hide your teeth, and you pretend to be a sheep. But you are not a sheep. You are a wolf in a straitjacket. You think you are protecting others from your darkness, but you are actually protecting yourself from their judgment. This is vanity. You are obsessed with your own image. You would rather be praised for your weakness than respected for your strength. This ends today. True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. But you think about yourself constantly. You are always monitoring your behavior, always scanning for approval. That is the opposite of humility. That is hypervigilance. That is narcissism in a minor key. You must stop buying affection with submission. You do not need permission to exist. The world respects only one thing: power. Not the power of tyranny, but the power of authenticity. The most dangerous person in the room is not the loud one. It is the quiet one who has integrated their monster, the one who knows they can bite, but chooses not to. Right now, you do not choose not to bite. You cannot bite. You are harmless. And a harmless man is not a good man. A harmless man is just weak. You must become dangerous. You must reclaim your capacity for mayhem. Only then does your peace mean anything. If you hold a sword and choose not to swing it, that is peace. If you have no arms and cannot swing, that is not peace. That is irrelevance. We are going to give you your arms back. We need a protocol. We need to rewire the hardware. We need to dismantle the nice guy algorithm and install the sovereign operating system. We will execute for specific maneuvers. Listen closely. This is not advice. This is a reprogramming sequence. Protocol 1. The glass ledger. You are walking around with a mental book of debts. You believe people owe you because you helped them. You must burn this book. From this moment forward, you operate on a zero debt policy. If you do something for someone, you do it because you choose to, not because you expect a return. If you cannot do it without expecting a return, then you do not do it. Period. You must stop giving gifts that are actually loans. Next time someone asks you for a favor, pause. Check your internal hardware. Do you feel a spike of resentment? Do you feel a tightening in the gut? If the answer is yes, the answer to them is no. You do not explain. You do not justify. You simply say, I cannot do that. This will feel terrifying. Your amygdala will scream that you are being selfish. Let it scream. You are training the brain to separate service from servitude. You are shattering the covert contract. If you give, it is a gift. If you cannot give freely, you keep it. A dehydrated man cannot give water. Stop trying to quench the thirst of the world with your own blood. Protocol 2. The shadow throne. You must stop hiding your desire for power. You must admit to yourself that you want to win. Take 10 minutes every day. Sit in silence. Visualize your shadow. Visualize the part of you that wants to take. Do not judge it. Invite it into the room. Sit it on a throne. Ask it what it wants. It will say, I want money. I want respect. I want dominance. Good. Acknowledge these desires. They are the engine of your life force. They are the fuel you have been throwing away. You do not act on every impulse, but you own every impulse. When you walk into a room, do not make yourself smaller. Visualize your shadow standing behind you. Tall, dark, dangerous. Let people feel the weight of your presence. This changes your micro-expressions. This changes your pheromones. You are no longer a satellite orbiting their needs. You are a planet with your own gravity. Protocol 3. The verbal guillotine. Your language is weak. You use soft words. Maybe. Sort of. I think. These are the words of a prey animal. You must amputate them from your vocabulary. Speak in statements, not questions. Do not say, I was wondering if maybe we could go to dinner. Say, let us go to dinner. Do not say, I think I disagree. Say, I disagree. Do not fill the silence. When you finish a sentence, stop. Let the silence hang in the air. The humble person rushes to fill the silence because it makes them anxious. The sovereign person lets the silence do the work. Silence is an alpha signal. It shows that you are comfortable with tension. Practice this today. Say what you mean. Put a period at the end. And wait. Count to 3 in your head. Watch how they scramble to please you. You have stopped asking for permission and started issuing coordinates. Protocol 4. The boundless no. You believe that no is a conflict, but no is a boundary. And without boundaries, there is no self. If you cannot say no, your yes is meaningless. Your yes is just compliance. Start saying no to small things. The coffee you do not want. The invitation you do not want to accept. Exercise the muscle of refusal. You will feel a spike of guilt. This is the withdrawal or symptom of your addiction to approval. Ride the wave. Do not fix it. Do not apologize for it. Sit with the discomfort of disappointing someone. Realize that the world does not end because you chose yourself. You will notice something strange. They will respect you more. People do not respect doormats. They walk on them. People respect walls. People respect gates. Be a gate, not a mat. Open only when you choose. close when you must. This is the architecture of respect. This is the path of ascension. You are leaving the valley of false humility. You are climbing the mountain of integration. The air is thinner here. It is colder, but the view is clear. You are no longer the martyr. You are the architect. You will find that true humility is not about hiding. It is about accuracy. It is knowing exactly what you are and exactly what you are not. You are not a worm. You are not a god. You are a man armed with consciousness, armed with the capacity for both good and evil. When you accept this, the resentment vanishes. The burning coal in your chest turns into a diamond. Cold, hard, unbreakable. You will still help people, but you will do it from a position of strength, not weakness. You will do it because you have an overflow of power, not a deficit of self-worth. You will be kind, not because you are afraid of them, but because you have nothing to fear from them. This is the dangerous pride, the pride of self-ownership, the pride that bows to no one, but serves everyone. Walked bold. Let the shadow walk with you. Do not apologize for your hardware. Optimize it. Do not hide your pride. Weaponize it. Build your empire on the truth. You have been asleep for a long time. Wake up. The dream is over. The hunt begins. We are Mind Ministry, and we are watching.